Number 2, Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Why did he say...
Order. The level of interjection again, particularly from the far left corner, but not only from the far left corner, is back to the territory we were in last week. After my specific ruling yesterday, members be warned, I will not be that patient. Andrew Little, question number 2.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question to the Prime Minister. Why did he say in July last year that, quotes, we think unemployment will be down to 4.5% in the very foreseeable future, end quotes, given unemployment has risen in each successive quarter and now stands at 5.9%?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, because the best information at the time, which was the Treasury 2014 budget forecast, showed unemployment dropping to 4.5% over the forecast period.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Can he confirm that he predicted 4.5% unemployment, which didn't happen, but failed to predict the economic slowdown that is happening right now?
That's right.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no, I can predict that the Treasury did that.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Does the fact that there are 13,000 more people out of work today than a year ago suggest a new economic plan is needed? And if so, is he now working on Plan B, or is that Treasury's job too?
Mr. Speaker,
the Right Honourable Prime Minister.
I think the member's ability to analyse the data is not that good. There are 68,000 more people who have been employed over the last 12 months.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Does he think that business owners in the ANZ Confidence Survey are wrong when they say unemployment will rise in the next year? And if so, what does he know about their businesses that they don't?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
They may be right or they may be wrong. I mean, they're simply having forecasts. But interestingly enough, when you look at the ANZ survey, when it comes to their own business, they're a lot more confident actually about their own level of activity than others. And interestingly enough, I think it was about 6 weeks ago, we came into this House and the Labor Party were doing their very, very best to talk dairy prices down to zero. And by the way, the prices are up 56% in 6 weeks.
Order. That's actually not relevant to the question that was asked. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Putting aside his repeated claims that it's the Labor Party that's responsible for everything, and given the Reserve Bank forecasts a further 5,000 Kiwis will be unemployed by March next year, on top of the 50,000 more people unemployed since he came to power, what new plans does he have to get Kiwis back into work?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The member stays wrong. There are hundreds of thousands of New Zealanders more in employment now than when this government came into office. But here's a suggestion. If the Labor Party want to see more people in work, support TPP and stop trying to reverse the 90-day probationary period.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Does he understand that while he buries his head in the sand and promises jam tomorrow, real Kiwi families are struggling with rising unemployment and the fear of losing their jobs?
That's right. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
I'll take those as crocodile tears from the Leader of the Opposition, because this government is the government that's gone out there and cut ACC levies. This is the government that's gone out there and extended ultra-fast broadband. Well, yeah, that's right. We would have laughed too at the state they left ACC, but it was such a disgrace, we had to clean it up for them.
Mr. Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
ACC levies up.
Order.
Mr. Key.
I've called Andrew Little.
Mr. Speaker, as he enters his 8th year in government, when is he going to stop blaming an old government and take responsibility for his own actions?
Well, Mr.
The
Speaker,
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
given the damage that was done the 9 long years under Helen Clark, it has taken a while to tidy things up. But, Mr. Speaker, if there is a reasonable case to be made when people come to Parliament in opposition screaming their lungs out, but 9 years of government completely and utterly failed this country, that they're held to account. And by the way, that'll probably carry on for many more years to come.
Question number 3.